Welcome to my video. This is Viper278, and today I'm bringing you the Courseplay 4.0 tutorial on generating field courses. So we'll get into our game here, and what we're going to do is we'll pick our we'll take this cultivator and right click on your mouse, and I'll bring up the Courseplay HUD. And with the Courseplay, with the cultivator, we'll have to use the field work. So once you, and this icon here is your field work. Courseplay doesn't have a cultivator specific icon, so that'll be included with your field work. And this icon here next to your shovel and next to this little tractor thing is your course generator. So we're going to set this up on for field 38, and I'm on Bajon Home. So we'll click that to start the generation. Okay, your first line is going to be the field edge path. Now, when Courseplay starts up, you'll see for the very first time, you'll have a message saying, do you want to Courseplay to calculate your field paths? You click yes. Now all the path, the headlands, which is the field edges, are already set. So when you come to the field edge path, you can just click on it, and we'll pick number 38. So to check you're on 38, you got the little eyeball here, and you'll see that it has the headland all the way around the edge of the field. See? So this is done automatically when it starts up. If you select no, then what you would have to do is make your own. So you'd have to drive around the whole edge and then save it. So Courseplay makes this automatic for you. So I always pick yes for letting it generate its own course. Okay. Next one is you're working with. So my tools right here. So by default it might come up to 3 or 6 feet, but just to double check, hit this little calculator, and you'll see the little arrow pull up, and it's 3 feet. You can always check in your shop. We'll go to cultivators, and you'll see this one says 3 feet or 3 meters. So you can always refer back to that. Now you can make this smaller or wider. Say you want to overlap the items, you can go down to 2.7, 2.5, and now overlap the lanes. But generally, with the small equipment, it does pretty decent. Okay, next is your starting corner. Your starting corner will be, here's your map. This is north to the top, south to the bottom, east to the right, and west to the left. So you can see this little circle with the arrow. That is your Courseplay guy right here, your tractor. And the black arrow is the pointing direction he's pointing. The little dot is your actual position. So when you're coming up roads like this, and you want to take a turn, You gotta wait for that black dot to get to the corner, and then you'll see the road then. So it's pretty accurate as far as where it is on the map. Okay, so you can see he's starting in the southeast corner. So you'll click on starting corner, and it comes up southwest. So you just click until you see southeast. Okay. Next is your starting position or direction. So you can see he's pointing north, and this is the way you want him to go. So you can start direction is north. Now once you get that down, now this little icon pops up. That means you can generate the course. Now for some reason, if you want to do, like say there's a bunch of obstacles around the edge of the field, so he might not have some turning distance. Might be trees too close to the field edge, where he's going to do his turns. Now right now his turns are going to be to the south and to the north. On this particular map, with this size thing, he's good to go. But say you had a longer tool equipment at the end, maybe the big Pronto SW or Pronto 9 SW, which is really long. This house up here, he might get stuck. He could get stuck on that. Okay. So what that does, headlands. Headlands is this actual guy right here. This little path on the outside lane. And when you do select the headland, what this does is he'll do a run on the edge of the field. Now he can do 6 runs total. So, let me see. Let me see. Oh, I'm sorry. Gotta do it this way. So he can do a maximum of 6 headlands is all he can do, which means he'll go around the field, which he'll come around this way 6 times until he gets to the 6th row inside. So he'll circle around the field 6 times, and then that's the max. Then the rest he'll go up and down to finish. Okay. Now normally I don't select that. Then again, if you're in a position where you got a lot of trees around the edges, then you can do your headlands. Headlands is the European term. Here we can say that's your turning road, where you would make your turns. Okay, so I make my turns on the outside of the field. Okay, so but like I said, you can make your run row around the field, and then he'll go up and down and turn inside the field rather than coming to the outside of the field. Okay. Okay. So we'll turn it off. Now the arrow pointing this counterclockwise, that means he'll make his headland counterclockwise. Click it that way, he'll make his headland around clockwise. And then the arrow, this means he'll do the headland and then the up and down. Or if you click that, he'll do the up and down, then the headland. So there's a little arrow right in between the headland and the course generator. Okay? So for my purpose, I'll just do without. Okay? Okay. And that's it for that. Now, once you get that all set, return to first point. When he's finished, he'll return back to here. I don't need him to, and I never check it. So we can just keep that deactivated. I never check that off anyways. So we'll just leave that at there. So now you're ready to generate your course. So you just click on there. And in your settings, you can click so that the whole course shows up. Or you can click on just that one, and your first point starts, and then wherever he ends, you can see way down there that the last point will show. So this is your first and where it says show waypoints first and end, or the whole thing. Okay, so keep that in. Now he's going to go down this first row and you just go up and down, oh, like this. Okay. This is similar to a hire. Same thing like what a hire worker does. Okay. So everything stays like that. So now once you generate the course, you like it, you save it. So we'll go here. We'll do I'll go back here. This little floppy disk is your save. So you want to save the course so you don't have to keep generating each time. So you click that to save it. And I'll label this field 38 cultivator. Okay, so when I go back, I can just pull up this folder here. Okay, you either can hit the enter key or you hit the little floppy. Okay, now in your manager course manager, you'll see field 38 cultivator. So now when you come back to this field, you select the field 38 cultivator, hit the first folder, and there's your course. Okay. Now you're ready to set up. So I go right to left. So here I don't need, he's straight. The tool is straight with the tractor, so I don't have to do no lane offset. I don't have to do no tool offset. Okay. On the settings, that's all default. You don't need anything, change anything there. Your speed, I keep everything at defaults. 6 miles an hour for turning speed, 14 field speed. Your tool only go as fast as what the default setting is on the program itself. Street speed, he's not on the street, so it's not gonna do anything. Reverse speed, that's only if you're riding on the road. And your speed from recording, you're not doing a recorded course, so he goes as fast as the tool can allow. Okay, so now this particular tool does not need these two icons there. You manage courses, you're done with that. And when you want to start your course, you come to your Courseplay control. You have it on field work. Now make sure you don't have it on none of these because it's not going to work. So you got your field work here. And say if I did have this, he's going to start driving off and not do anything. So you want to go to field work. Okay, you'll see the little icon down there, and below my screen where you can't see will say field work. Okay. Down here is how many waypoints there are, and you're at waypoint 1 out of 100 or 811. Your stop points are 2 of them, which is this first one, and then you'll have 1 at the end. And the cross paths, they count 2, 1 at the first point and 1 at the last point, but they don't show them anymore. Okay, when you're ready to go, you put drive course. You don't have to unfold it or anything, so you push drive course. So now he starts off. You can close that, so you can see he's cultivating. And he gets to the end, he picks up his thing, he makes his turn, he'll back up, and he'll continue down. So for any tool or any type of work you want to do, you can use the course generator on the field, so you just follow that. Okay. So we'll go ahead and stop him for now. And we'll go ahead and close that up. Now, say you got a grass field. Grass fields, Courseplay actually does not fields don't have no grass fields don't have no borders. So you need to make your own grass or make your own course. So let me pick a tractor here. We'll pick this guy. I like this guy. Let me go back here. We're going to get a mower. So like you want to do mowing. And this could be for mowing. It could be for tethering, baling, forage wagon. So actually we're going to do the mower. Where's the mower at? Mower's right there. We'll buy that one. And we'll actually buy this one. Okay. Oops. Okay. Oh, I didn't need that. Oh, I didn't need that weight anyways. Okay. Okay. Let's go find us a grass field. Okay. Let me see. 9. Actually, we can go right behind the biogas plant. Now if you can turn one of your fields into a grassy area. Like say you take this field 40 and you turn it into grass. Once you turn into grass, the program does not recognize that as field 40 no more. So you would have to make your own headland. But what I do is, before I turn it into grass, I would make a headland. I would save the course, make a course for grass with the mower, and size it all up, and then save it. So I'll show you how to do that in another video. Right now we're just doing course generator, and let me find out where my biogas plant is. Okay, way on the other side. Okay. So okay. Now say we want to use this this area right here for grass. Now what I do is, you gotta make a headland, since there is no course there, no field there. So I like to do is I'll actually just use the tractor itself, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a course. Okay, so I make my start point. And I'm going to follow this road here. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to record a course. So it don't matter when you're recording, it don't matter what these icons are on. Okay. It's just when you go to start the work, you got to make sure you pick the right one. So the overview I showed you, I explained which ones get picked what. So we're just going to record a course, just a headland. So we're going to just make a big rectangle. Okay. So we're going to go down, start the course. So here's your starting point. You want to try and make it relatively straight. I would suggest using the mod, the compass mod. Compass mod will put, say, compass on right above your speedometer, and it will keep you pretty straight. You just follow, 90, 180, 270, or the 0. So what I do is I go about 10 miles an hour. That way you're not driving back and forth. So I'm going to hit this, my cruise control, and you can see the waypoints popping up. So I just take my time and make my nice rectangle. And I try and keep a straight line. I'm getting ready to do my turn. So I'm going to do a sharp turn. Go up this way. Now there's a bunch of rocks in the way, so I don't want to go through that. So I try and get straight again. And then I'll put my cruise control on and find a point in the horizon and just follow that. Try and keep them parallel to your other mark. And what this is doing is this is creating a headland. This is going to be your perimeter. So if you need to scoot over some, you can do that. You got to find your starting point. Okay, which is right there. So I'm going to make my turn and come down. Went a little too far, but that's okay. Now, say I went too far. Okay, you right-click on your interface, and there's a pause button here. Here's actually your controls for saving, stopping, pausing, doing different other things. Okay, say I made this course and I want to be over here rather than up here. So if this square here is stop. This means you're done with the course. Once you do that, you can't edit the course. You can't change it. If you want to change it, you have to erase it and start over again. So we don't want to do that. But you can pause it. Okay? Now pausing will give you the option to delete any of these waypoints only. You can't pause it once you stop the whole thing. There's no deleting. So the arrow points to, here's your spot here that you want to go, so that's where it's pointing to. So now you can drive wherever you want. So what I do is I go back to the point where I wanted to make my correction. So what I do is I start a little bit further back, and I get back on track. So we want to know that, okay, we still got to come over some more. Okay, so this is where we want to make our turn right here. Okay, so I'll stop right about there, maybe one more behind. I always back up at least 2 or 3 waypoints. And now I'm just going to delete, and for each click on the trash can, deletes 1 waypoint. So keep deleting till you see the stop sign come to you. Okay, now it's to you. Now I usually go 1 more behind. So I'll click 1 more time. Okay, now you got to unpause it so you're recording again. So you're recording. That'll automatically put a point to where the next point should be. And now I'm going to make my turn down to my start line. And I'll stop right there. Okay. Now I'm good. I'm right here at my stop point. I made a nice rectangle. So I'm going to stop. Okay. Now once you do that, now you can drive off and look at your work. So now I made a nice big, okay, we'll turn on the whole course here. Okay, now you can see you made a nice big rectangle. Okay, these 2 points here, they join, it don't matter. It's just get it close enough and your course will generate. Okay, now I'm going to go pick up my mowers here and pick up my back mower, and now we're going to generate the course to do a mower. Same thing again. The mower is not a so now I want to keep this, because if I want to do a tether or a windrow, I can use the same course right here, and when I do the tethering, I'll actually have the course already lined up. Okay, because the tether is wider than this, so I need to know where these boundaries are. So I am going to save it, and we'll say we'll call this the BGA headland. Okay, so now we saved it. Now we can pull this up anytime we want and to do other tools. Okay, so now we're going to generate a course. So we'll put this on fieldwork. Once you get on fieldwork, now you can generate your course. So now the course is already selected. Now say if it wasn't, say we come back later and we don't have a course selected. So now you see it's not there. Now when you come through here, you're not going to see no BGA course. You're only going to see the fields that you own, which is only 24, 29, and 38. So what you can do is you would load my BGA headland. So you load that course on. Okay, so you come to your course generator. Now you see currently loaded course. Okay, so that means this boundary is loaded in. Now we can set our generator. Okay, working with, now you know this ain't 3 feet with your things down. So you hit your calculator. Now since it's unfolded or folded, it's not going to register it. So we need to unfold it. Okay. Now once it's unfolded, same thing if you're windrowing, you would open it all the way up. Now you can do the the width. Now the width says it's 9.8. Okay. Now in the shop, you'll see your back mower is actually 9.9, so that's right. Now for the mowing, I usually overlap it a little bit, so I'm going to go like 9.5. Okay, because you can tell by the arrows, you know, it's past, you can see that it's past the edges. So even 9.0, 9.0 gets you pretty much inside the blades. So that way you don't miss no grass. Especially, you know, grass mowing is tedious as it is now. So you want to get as much grass as you can. So I make it down to 9. Your starting corner. Now in here, since you don't have a field to reference, you just got to kind of look at your map. So I know I'm in the northwest corner. So northwest corner. So I got that set to northwest. Starting direction, you can tell I'm definitely going east. So we're going to put east. Okay, so I got those two set. I don't need to return back here. And I don't need the headland because I'm already, the headland's there. Now I don't do the headland for the mowing, because the edge of the mower is going to actually hit this edge anyways. So if I was to do the headland, the tractor would actually run this line, and when I get up into the rocks, it's going to climb over the rocks. So I don't want that to happen. I just want the edge of the mower to run the edge of this line here. Okay, so now we can generate the course. Okay, so here's our course generated, and you can see it follows the contours of the field, so that's why it looks a little squiggly. That's just following the dots are so high off the ground, and it follows the ground contour. Okay, so now we got that generated. We're going to go ahead and save it. So we're going to say grass BGA. Okay, or we can actually change that to BGA grass. That way, in case you do grass someplace else, you can look it up. Okay. Okay, yeah, grass BGA. Yeah, I'll leave it like that. Okay, now we can save that. Now we're all set to save. Okay. Now we start our course, just like the cultivator. You're ready to start your course. You check all your things here. There's no tool offset, no lane offset to do everything's in line. So I use the default speeds or default settings. Speeds, I use the default speeds. Very seldom do I change. A working tool will automatically go according to what is preset by the simulator program. And then this is manage courses. You don't need that. And then you start your drive course. So you want to start at the first point. Okay, now start right here. If you start at the nearest point, and if you're over here someplace, it might start on here or up this way. So you want to start first point. Okay. He'll stop, he'll fold up, he'll unfold automatically, and stop at the last point, he'll stop automatically, so you don't even have to change that. So he turns on his machines automatically, front and back. He unfolds, and now he's cutting grass. Okay. Now, for some reason, it didn't record. Sometimes when it records, when you're doing your own field work, it missed some part. Okay. So anyways. But if you notice that the line didn't get recorded when you did your headland, you can always redo the course. Okay. So for some reason it didn't make my turn right. So, but anyways, the rest of it's good. He's got the rest of it recorded. So whenever you see the long line like this without no waypoints, that means he's just traveling to the next one. So for some reason it didn't record, didn't calculate in those waypoints. So he gets the end, he turns. Now he doesn't keep the machines down, he'll always pick it up. And then he'll start his next turn. Okay. So you can see here, if I was to do 9.9, I'd have a big gaps in between these lanes here. So he just barely makes it with 9 feet. So if he was 9'9", he'd be much more over. So you'd be losing that little bit of grass every pass. So if you had a big field, like say you turn that into the grass field, he would miss a lot of that grass. So now, when he comes to the end of the headland, he'll go over from the headland this way. So this spacing here would be a little bit less. So sometimes he might even do like a half a meter to come the other way. Okay. So I say when he's done, he'll fold up, and he'll signal you that he's done by this little message right over here. And then if you're, say I'm someplace else, I'm in another vehicle, like this guy, I can just click on him. This icon will bring me right to him. So you might have some warning message. It might be green means he's finished. Red means he's slipping or he's stuck someplace. And blue is they're at a wait point. You know, they're waiting for an action or they're filling up or something. And it'll say the vehicle and waiting at the wait point or at waiting point. Okay. So that concludes our field course generator overview. I'd like to thank you very much for watching, and come back again. I'll get more of the different courses out to you as soon as I can. Alright, thank you, and you all have a nice day, and we'll catch you next time, and happy farming.